campers, it is day one of Remote Ginger Farms Camp, and today we are going to make a compost. This is something simple you can do indoors, or you could also do it outside. I'm just going to go over a couple of things about composting. We like to compost because we have a garden, and so we use that nutrient-rich broken down compost stuff to fertilize our garden. But if you don't have a garden, it's still a great thing to have at your house, because we have so much food waste in this country. And so if you're not feeding your extra food to animals that you have, like we have chickens, so we feed a lot of our food waste to our chickens, but you could also use a lot of this waste that is getting thrown out in the dumps and in the landfills. You could break it down into soil that then you could put in your landscaping too. So that's a great thing to compost. So the first thing you need when you compost is you need a container. This container will be outside, and it needs to have holes or a way for oxygen to flow through, and it needs to have a lid. We just have like pallets, and we actually don't have a lid on ours, but we're out there pretty regularly, so we're mixing it up. The lid is mainly so you can mix it up with ease. But anyway, so you need a container with holes, a lid, and you need to be able to mix it regularly, which is where the lid comes into place. And then if you want to, you can also add some worms. And I will also add in here our worm unboxing video, because you can order dehydrated worms off of Amazon, sprinkle water on them, and then they come to life. And they're red wriggler worms, and they're great at breaking down your compost even quicker. Okay, so for your compost, we always keep like trays or bins inside the house. I have this little bin here that it has a hook on it, so it hooks onto our cabinet. And this is where my kids, after they're done with their dinner, they'll scrape their food for the compost bin into here. And so they're gonna help me show you what you can and cannot put in the compost, okay? My son Benaiah here, we call him Beezy, and he's gonna demonstrate what we can put and not put into our compost. Okay, in your compost, for it to break down quickly, it needs air. That's why you have the holes in your container. You also need equal parts brown matter to green matter. So for every green matter you put in, you'll want to put some equal parts of brown matter. And I'm going to explain what those two things are. Your brown matter is your stuff that's rich in carbon. It's usually very dry, and it breaks down pretty slow. So we have here, this is like leaves. You got leaves that you are cleaning up after the fall or the winter. That can go in there. You could also put things like sticks or clippings from whenever you mow the lawn. It could be shavings or straw. Any of that dry material that you find outdoors, stems from old plants, any of that stuff. But for every amount of brown matter you have in, you also want to put some green matter in. Now your green matter are the items that are rich in nitrogen, and they're normally they hold moisture and they break down quicker. So that's why we want as much green matter as with the brown matter. So your green matter can be things like banana peels. Beezy, do you want to go ahead and eat a banana? No, do you eat the peel of the banana? No, here, we'll peel the banana and you can eat it, okay? We'll split it, okay? You could put your banana peels in the compost. There you go. You could put, what are these, Bees? Eggs. You put your eggshells in the compost after you do it. After you eat your apples, you could put your apple cores in the compost. Things like coffee grounds. All the toilet paper rolls, because everybody's been using toilet paper like crazy. So keep your toilet paper rolls and you can put that in there. These are all materials that are going to break down pretty quickly. And again, for every amount of green matter that you have, do the same amount of brown matter. Russell, we've been practicing. Russell here is going to help me tell you guys what are some things that you should not put in your compost bin. So what are some things we should not put in our compost bin?
Plastic.
Plastic. What else?
Eggs.
No, eggshells we can, but should we put in any dairy products? No. And you shouldn't put in any meat. Don't put any meat in. Don't put any trash that's not going to break down in, like your old plastic cups or water bottles. That's all stuff that should not go in the compost bin.
Mom, can I drink this?
You can drink that. Say thank you.
Thank you.
And so what I want to see is I want to see if you guys can start compost bins at your house. This is something that we have in our kitchen, so then we can dump it to our larger compost bin outside. So I want to see pictures or videos of you guys putting together your compost bin. And this could be just like a can that sits on top of your kitchen counter, any of that stuff. But I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.